Bolo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One last time, we'll run together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Shri Gauranga Prasasya Bhagavan ki Shri Pada Pajit Pavana ki Shri Ram Sankirtanya ki Jai Gaura Premanande.
चलेगा या जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरवरधारी Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodan Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanand Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Yamuna Thira Vanajari Yamuna Thira Vanajari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Madhav Radha Madhav Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Dham Jaya Puranitai Mayapur Sasi Jaya Puranitai Jaya Mayapur Sasi Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. So welcome you all to our Karuna Bhavan Dham. And today I've been asked to discuss about Lord Rama and the Ayodhya Mandir, which got inaugurated on 22nd of this month, a week back. So the verse we'll continue from is Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhalila 9:29. रमन्ते योगिनोऽनन्ते सत्यानन्दे चिदात्मनि इति रामपदाशो परं ब्रह्मा विद्याये. Please repeat. Ramante, take pleasure. Yogina, transcendentalists. Anante, in the unlimited. Satyanande, real pleasure. Chidatmani, in spiritual existence. Iti, thus, Rama, Ram, Padena, by the word, Asau, he, Param, supreme, Brahma, Shut, Avidhiyate, is called. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The supreme absolute Truth is called Rama. The transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited true pleasure of spiritual existence. So the point here is pleasure, isn't it? Somehow or other is looking for some kind of happiness, and then when happiness goes, it calls pleasure and more pleasure. However, the Rama, Prabhupada explained the Rama, the word Ram comes from Ram Dhatu, and that's Ramante, it's Ramante, which means fulfilling desires. So in general, the materialistics, they get satisfied with the momentary happiness what they get in the material world, maybe by getting a good job, or maybe touring towards somewhere else and getting good family, something like that, or good prasadam. However, but the yogis, what they do, Ramante Yogina, the yogis, they take pleasure in where? Anante. So you see the words, he says there is a apostrophe before Nante. So that's not Nante, it's Anante, because that's becomes silence or there. Okay. So Ananta means what? Unlimited. And Krishna is unlimited and Rama is unlimited. The pleasure is unlimited. So the yogis or transcendentalists, they take pleasure in unlimited. And the Lord Rama is the reservoir of all the pleasure. And Prabhupada explains that there is no difference between Rama and Krishna. And he quotes from other verses as well. However, the point is, Krishna and Rama are both are same. However, the parampara which we are following, the Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara, we worship most of the Krishna Murti. But there is no difference between Rama and Krishna. So what happens is Krishna takes different incarnations for different kinds of activities or for giving pleasure to the devotees. And they explained that when Lord Nrsimhadev appeared, after killing Hiranyakashipu, he held Prahlad on his lap. Oh, thank you. And there he got then he saw that Prahlad Maharaj was actually feeling so much of happiness. Though the pastime goes more like how the pastime goes like all the devatas there standing, but they were all fearful to see Nrsimhadev, to specify Nrsimhadev. He was in so much anger and blood's coming out from the nails and everything. And then eventually they said, Prahlad, you have to go and pacify Lord Nrsimhadev. Prahlad says, yes, why not? And he went, and then Lord Nrsimhadev put him on his lap. And then from there, only he got one desire. That what if I can become a son? Right. So he came as Lord Ram. Right. And then when in Lord Ram, he got more desire, two more desire. And that two more desire, he came as, to fulfill that desire, he came as Krishna. And then when he came as Krishna, he got three more desires. And then he came as Mahaprabhu. Right. So we all know those pastimes. Coming back to Lord Rama, so there are a lot of teachings from Lord Rama, and Lord Rama is called Maryada Purushottam. So perfect persons to be followed by every living being, and that's why Maharaja. So the way he ruled the kingdom was excellence in every field. Even his brothers, they were all excelled, and they're all, Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Niruddha, they are all for incarnation of that. So what happened, we'll just go back to it on Ramayana and then see what happens. So there are, in Ramayana, it is described that there are 24,000 verses, and Valmiki Rishi has wrote everything over there. And then we see Ramacharitra where Tulsidas, he composed those things in a local language to get more understanding things. And this Ramayana, it comes 24,000 verses, and this comes in 7 canto. This is called as Kanda or trunks. So 7 cantos or trunks. So we know these are coming from Bal Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kiskinda Kand, Sundar Kand, and the Lanka Kand, and then last Uttara Kand. So we'll try to touch briefly on these all 7 kands, very, very briefly. So what happens in this band is a discussion happened between Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva, and Mother Parvati asked, can you explain me or say anything about a perfected being? And then Lord Shiva says, no one else than Lord Rama. He's Lord Rama. He says that chanting of the names of Lord Rama and glorifies him. And eventually he came to the pastimes of towards Lord Dasharatha Maharaj. And Dasharatha Maharaj has, if I'm not wrong, is 33 wives. However, he had no children. So he was getting older, but he has a desire for children. And then he reached to the priests, and then they did Putra Kamekshi Vrata or Yajna. So they did sacrifice for getting child. And then we saw in the Balkans goes how these 4 sons of the Maharaj, our Ram, Lakshmana, Shatrugna, and Bharat Maharaj, they appeared there. And then they grew, they went to Gurukul, and then they got the teachings. And after that, Vishwamitra Muni, he comes and takes them to the forest. He says, no, we need Ram. And again, Lord Darshan Maharaj was, feeling separation from them. And then they, in Balakans, by the marriage of Lord Sri Ram and Mother Sita. So the past time how Jack Maharaj has made this Swayamvara again. Like anyone who can lift the bow, he can only marry. This is a nice pastime happens actually on that. The pastimes happened is like once Mother Sita, she was a child, and there was a bow was given to Janak Maharaj by Lord Shiva, and then she was cleaning something, right? And then she was lifting the bow very easily and and then she was cleaning all things. And when Janak Maharaj saw this, he was, wow, this bow cannot be lifted by a person. They need so many soldiers to lift it. How Sita could lift it? And then he knew she must be a divine. It's not a normal girl. And then he thought, anyone who can lift this bow, then only he can become her husband. And that's how the swayamvar happened. And that's how the Balakanda completes. Like Lord Ram comes to there and then he broke the bow, and we saw the past how Ram comes there and goes. And then next Kanda is Aranya Kand, sorry, Ayodhya Kand. In Ayodhya Kand, we see Lord come back, and eventually these four brothers got married, and then they ruled the kingdom, not ruling actually, they were living in the kingdom very nicely. And one day, Maharaj, he thought, I'm getting older now, and I should enthrone the kingdom to Lord Rama, and then take myself as maybe Banapastra or Sannyas, you know. He was thinking, and we know the twist. What happens? Mother Kaikeyi, she came on another plan. And actually, there's a lot of learning comes from these small pastimes. Like the importance was the association. So Mother Kaikeyi, she was so much affectionate toward Lord Ram, and even the same for Lord Rama as well. When Lord Ram is to come from outside, he actually doesn't go to Mother Kaushalya house room, but actually he used to go to meet Mother Kaikeyi first. And even if the Mahaprasad comes, you know, the Bhoga comes, and the Prasad, Mother Kaikeyi used to keep first for the Lord Rama. And she knew very well the affection between Lord Ram and we had. But still, how when that she got twisted and she got again of Lord Ram, that's only because of association. Association what? Whom? Manthara. Manthara she and same, and she gave the news. Do you know that Dasharatha Maharaj has planned something differently? He says, what? That Rama is to be enthroned. He says, wow, what a great news it is. And it's a custom, right? They used to give gifts. So she gave a gift of pearls to Manthara. And Manthara had never planned. She threw this necklace, the pearl beads, to the floor in such a way that all the beads got covered. And then something more. If Mother would have said, stop now and go away, all finished. But he started hearing about what she's saying. And then eventually she got convinced that, okay, what you are saying is right. So the love and affection Mother Kaikeyi had for Lord Ram for many, many years got twisted in association with. So that's a learning for our devotees to associate very carefully. And as in our acharyas explain that if you hear from someone, you can ask three things. Is this beneficial for me? If yes, continue. If someone is saying to you about someone else, you can ask, is it beneficial for me? If it is no, stop. Is it truth? And stop. Otherwise, stop, right? So the point is, Kaikeyi started listening to Manthara, and eventually she got in another direction. And then Mother Kaikeyi was being instructed by Manthara that what you do next. And then eventually, when Dasharatha Maharaj came to know about this point that Kaikeyi wants Bharat to get enthroned, he was happy. He said, I have no concern, no problem at all. You know, even Lord Ram also denied that Bharat becomes the king. But the second boon you are asking to me, that Ram goes to Vanavas for 14 years exile, that's painful, isn't it? It's painful. Eventually, he took. And then when Lord Ram got to know about this situation, he still has no problem, no concern at all. He left the house as the will of Mother Kaikeyi, right? Without any single questions. He said, okay. What? Anyway, there's Krishna, he's a Ram. He knows everything, what's going on. It's all past time, but still for we people to understand about the thing, right? And then eventually Bharat Maharaj goes back and meet Lord Rama, and then he came back and he ruled the kingdom for 14 years. And the excellence of Bharat Maharaj is again glorified more. He said, my dear Ram is wandering on the forest where sleep and nothing there, and then he's wandering on the earth. So I will dig and we go underneath and then and leave there. That's how he respected Lord Rama. So this was in Ayodhya Kand. And then comes where Aranya Kand, where Lord Ram meets so many sages in the forest, and then he stayed in Panchavati, and then we know the pastime of how Surpanaka comes up there, and then even in Swayamvara, Ravana was present as well. Ravana also wants to marry, but he was present, but he could not lift the bow at all, right? And then Surpanaka, she went back to Ravana and she planned another thing. So, and Ravana's wife, Mother Dorisiva, actually, she's saying, no, don't go there. But still, he went and we saw the pastimes, how it happens. And in between, we see another great sacrifice of life by Jatayu. So Jatayu gave up his life just for the Lord Rams. And actually, Lord Ram there and who did all his last rituals for Jatayu. Right. And then Sabari, one of the greatest devotee of Lord Ram, and she got delivered. So she met Lord Ram over there. So the learning comes from here is two things. One is Ravana wants to enjoy Sita without Ram, right? And at the same time, Sabari, she was waiting for Lord Ram to come and see her son of Lord Ram, right? And then it goes towards Kiskinda Kand, a very small, actually, the phase where he meets a greatest devotee of Lord Ram and Hanuman. The conversation happened like Hanuman. He becomes, in a disguise as Brahmana. He comes and asks, "Who are you?" And then eventually they both revealed to each other, right? And then Bali was being delivered by Lord Ram's arrows. And then Chaturmas comes, so Lord remained there for 4 months. And after that, in Sundarkand, and Sundarkand is the Kand where actually is the most recited pastimes. Many places, if you see, if they don't go through all these 7 Kandas, they actually go to Sundarkand and then recite Sundarkand, in a week time or 2 days a day. It happens many places in India. So in the Sundarkand actually is the where Hanuman goes to Lanka and find Mother Sita, and then he gave a proof that yes, I am coming from the Lord Rama's party, and he made Vibhishan and others, and then he came back and then the preparation. Also, he earned whole lot in anger, right? And that's all planned. Then he came back for preparing how they can attack Lanka and get Mother Sita rescue from the past times. And then comes Lanka Kand. In Lanka Kand, we see how the bridge was constructed. Even in the construction of the bridge, every single service was being praised. And we know the past time of the squirrel. He was lifting a stone and putting there, and Hanuman laughed. What's he doing? We need a big boulders. You're digging stones. And then Ram says, every service is same to me. So the point is that if you're cleaning outside the temple, or the floors, or cleaning in the kitchen, or serving prasadam, or offering arati, in Krishna's eyes, they are actually all the same service, right? And then we see in Lanka Kand the fight between both parties, Ram and Ravana, and eventually Ravana got killed. Actually, he was delivered by. We know the past tense of Jai Vijay, right? From where the 3 lives of Jai Vijay become Hiranyakashipu and Hiranaksha, then Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and the next like there becomes Shishupala, then the Vakra. So these were again Krishna's plan, and it has been described that Ravana was so powerful. He was so powerful. He's got so many of he actually was to he got good Brahminical quality as well as demonic quality. I'm forgetting the name, but I think his father was a Brahmana, whereas mother was from demonic family. So he got both qualities, and eventually he got the whole Lanka, but just because of one mistake. So how can a person actually he did tapasya to please Lord Brahma, like Hiranyakashipu, and then when he was pleased, he says, I want to become immortal. Lord Brahma says, sorry, wrong question or wrong ask. And then he says, okay, you can let me give me the boon like no devatas can kill me, and I can handle all this human being, nobody. And but he knew that in the form of woman, Lord Rama was coming, and so Lord Rama, he killed. Eventually, he delivered Ravana as well. And then Uttarakhand, we see how Lord Ram with Mother Sita and Hanuman, Lakshman, they all came back to Ayodhya, and there was a great celebration. Right, everyone was welcoming Lord Ram after 14 years of exile. Right, and that's how we see Deepavali comes up as well. Everyone lights and light for one Lord Ram. That's our Lord Ram. And then it's been described even in our Ramacharita that the glory of the name. And we know the pastimes of Ratnakar dacoit. He was a dacoit, and he was killing animals, and he was killing like not fully kill, like half killing, and he was enjoying. Oh wow, you're dying, and he was enjoying that the pain there is to get, and the Ratnakar he used to enjoy it. And then Narada Muni comes and says, you know what, the activity what you're doing is very very sinful, and the results is ultimately you go to hellish planets and that. And he says, anyway, I'm doing my duty. I'm doing it for my family. So Narada Muni says, you go to ask your family, will they take these sins with them, or are they ready to take the sin half with you? And he goes back to his asks his wife. So I got to that I'm doing is actually I'm going to sinful reactions. However, because of my earning, you are getting your all needful things. So do you think can you share my sins with you? She says, why? It's your husband of mine. It's your duty to feed me and take care of my everything. So I don't care from what you get or from where you get it. If you do sin, you take it. And so he goes back to his mother. She said the same, we are old and you are our son and you need to take care of us. So we can't take your sins. The son of he said the same thing, it's your father, you need to take care of so I can't take your sins. And eventually when he came back to Narada Muni, says, yes, that it is. And then he says, what shall I do? He says, start hunting in the name of Ram. So the point is here, the impiety which we have, because of the impiety, even we cannot chant the name of the Lord. Ratnakar was not able to chant the name. He can't say Ram. See, very, very, very sublime word, Rama. If you want to chant Krishna, you have to twist your tongues and say Krishna. But Rama, very, very sweet, very clear, right? But he can't chant the name Ram. And Narada Muni say, okay, can you say Mara? He said, you can say Mara. Because when I'm killing, I'm just saying, wow, Mara, Mara, Mara. He's dying. And then he says, okay, you chant Mara. And he says, Mara, Mara, Mara. So when we chant 3 Mara, it becomes 2 Ram in between. And the bird says, Ulta Nama Japata Jagjana, Balmiki Bhai, Brahma Samana. So Valmiki became Rishi, the Ratnakar became a Valmiki Rishi just by chanting the name in opposite way, Mara. And we see the Mahaprabhu did the same thing for us, isn't it? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now, Shastra is opposite. And to chant Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, it has so many protocols to be followed, or it should be Brahman and everything. And in Kali Yuga, there's no qualification to chant the name. And then Mahaprabhu, being so merciful to us, okay, I twist it away, and it's for everyone now. And that's how we are sitting here chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Prabhupada says that the name of Krishna and Rama is no difference. And Krishna, when he comes with his full opulences. But in case of other incarnations, he comes just for performing some specific pastimes. Though he's the same person, he can do everything, but still he restricts something. He just do some activity as what he wanted to do, nothing. And then this verse we discussed about Ramante Yoganante Satanande Chidatmani. So iti Rama Padena Asau Parama Brahma Vidayati. So the yogis, the transcendentalists, they take pleasure in the unlimited. And we see there are so many different ways to perform the yoga. Yoga means connection, connecting to the God, Supreme. We see Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and eventually Bhakti Yoga. And Krishna says it very clearly in the chapter 5 that Yoginam api sarvesam madgatena atmana Sraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktotamata. Sraddhavan bhajate yomam. Sraddhavan is where? Where is Sraddha? Only in Bhakti. In Karma Yoga, we do connect, but we have desire. Even in Jnana Yoga, we defy something, we deny something. Even in Jnana Yoga, we don't take Krishna's what it is. Krishna says, Krishna Mata Patram Nanyat. Krishna is saying Mata Patram Nanyat, but Jnani says, no, beyond you, Brahman is there. So everything comes from Brahman. And then Krishna says, Brahmani Pratishtham, I am the best of Brahman. Still, I says, no. So it means what? They're still not accepting everything what Krishna says. But in Bhakti, Bhaktama Vajananti. So Krishna is saying very clearly that by Bhakti only one can know me clearly. Otherwise, it's so it takes many lifetime. I think we are discussing some other day before in Bhagavatam. The next verse comes in Canto 3. There it says that the activity you are doing, nehayat karma dharmaya na vairagya kalpate. So in that verse it says that the karma you are performing, the activity you are performing, that activity you should perform for dharma. You should elevate yourselves toward dharma. Your activity should elevate yourselves toward dharma. And if you are doing some dharmic activity, religious activity, and that should take you towards vairagya or detachment. Vairagya doesn't means renounce everything and go to Himalaya. Vairagya means detachment. It means attachment to Krishna. And then that verse says, if you are on the state of vairagya, then if you have no attachment toward the lotus feet of the Lord, then still you are breathing, but you are dead. Clearly speaks the verse, Canto 3, I think chapter 23, text 56 or 57 somewhere. So clearly says that our karma should elevate us towards dharma, and dharma towards detachment to lotus feet of the Lord. So, and eventually in bhakti, what we do? We can skip everything and directly go towards serving the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Lord Rama. And Prabhupada quotes one more verse from Brahma Samhita, saying that Krishna is also Param Brahma and Rama is also Param Brahma. Right. However, as we discussed, as a Vaishnavas, as a Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we worship Lord Krishna's Murti. And then he says, Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Ananta Rupa. Krishna has unlimited Rupa. And then he quotes from another verse saying that Rama di murti sukala niyamena tishtan. So he says that Rama Adi, so Rama is prominent in the incarnations here. Prabhupada says that in all the incarnations, Rama incarnation is the prominent. And he also gives another example in that Prabhupada says in our Rama mantra, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Next line we chant Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Sita Ram is same as Hare Krishna. But the point is when we say Krishna and we can't say Sita Krishna. That's Rasa. No, because no, always Lord Rama is a concert is Mother Sita, and when come Krishna is Radharani. Even Vishnu, it's Mother Lakshmi. It's not. We don't say though they are all actually in one, but still they have that. And then Prabhupada quotes one more verse where he says, we chant the mantra, Krishna 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 He. Krishna 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 He. Krishna 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 Rakshamam. That in that says Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Pahimam. So there also same Krishna and Rama is there, and we are asking, we are requesting for them to Krishna and Rama to give us protection and give us shelter and give us bhakti as well, right? So and then okay, so also in one more bhajan it comes same thing, like the one Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sashiranandana Tribhuvane Kaja Charana Bandhana. In that verse also he says केहू काहे पूर्वे रावण बाधिला गोलोकेर वैभव लीला प्रकाश करीला. So the same thing. Some says he come earlier and Ravana badila means he killed Ravana. So who is that? It's Rama. In Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read Canto 10, in many places being said that Vishnu is playing in the past times in Golok. Who was there? It was Krishna. Krishna was playing, not Vishnu was there, isn't it? So here, Lord Ram comes and he delivered Hanuman. There was Ravana, and then there actually I'll read the one verse where it says that in that one verse only we can explain whole Ramayana. It says, Adau Rama Tapavanadi Gamanam Hatva Mrugam Kanchanam Vedahi Haranam Jatayu Manam Sugriva Sasanam Bali Nirganam Samudra Taranam Lankapuri Dahanam Paschat Ravana Kumbhakarnam Hananam Etadid Ramayanam. So what it says, Adau Ram Tapavanadi Gamanam. So Krishna, Ram, he went to all these forest places, right? And then Hatva Mruga Kanchanam. So kind of the golden deer. He killed the golden deer, and that's how we know that the mother Sita was being kidnapped by Ravana. Anyway, I think you may if you know might be that one has no power to touch Mother Sita. It was all the illusory. The Chaya Sita, Shadow Sita, has been described. Acharya has explained that if Ravan could just touch Mother Sita, he could have burned by right away, right? So, and then he says, Vedhi Haranam, that's why so Mother Sita got kidnapped, and then Jatayu Maranam. So Jatayu was being delivered. He was delivered by Lord Rama, and then Sugriva Sambhasanam. Though the discussion between Sugriva and then Bali Nigranam, Bali was again been delivered by Lord Ram, and then Samudrattanam, they make the Samudra to go to Lankapuri, and then Paschat Ravana Kumbhakarnam Hananam. So Lord killed both Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and Etadid Ramayana. This is all Ramayana. So was a bit very kind of brief synopsis of Ramayana, and the Lord Ram's qualities are very, very admirable and respectable. So he has only brata that, okay, I will have one brata of having one wife. And in this context, I remember one thing. What happened as soon as that Rama will become the king, the whole of Ayodhya was, they were very, very happy. And it was said a bit differently. The happiness or the pleasure the Ayodhya Vasis had, Lord Dasarath Maharaj has actually a tinge of, doubtful. What happened? I have been ruling the kingdom very nicely as well. But when I announced Ram is becoming the king, everyone is much, much more happier than that. Why it is so? And then he says to his, prajas and the people of the kingdom, he says, what it is so? Did I make any mistakes? You are glorifying Lord Ram so much. And the people, they say, actually, yeah, we can't say you, but we can see you one thing. We'll write down and then let you know what mistake you did. So what mistake you did, because of which actually we are glorifying Lord Ram, not you. So that's okay, that's fine, let's read it out. And then when he read it out, you know what it says? The letter says that the only mistake you did, that you gave birth to a divine personality, that we cannot stop ourselves glorifying Lord Ram. So anyway, that's Ram. And in I forgot which Purana it's being. And in one of the Puranas says that Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram kahiye, जिस विधि राखे राम उस विधि रहिए, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram kahiye. It means what? Always chant the name of Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. And जिस विधि रखे राम, तो in whatever conditions Lord Ram is keeping us, be satisfied in that. So whatever the situation we are in, we can actually all glorify and remember Ram. But explaining in one class, he was saying that the devotees, even they do not care about going to hellish planet as well, because they know that if they are going to hellish planet, it means it's the plan of Krishna only. So what about hellish planet? Even if you are getting any miseries here, they are always happy. They still chant the name of Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, and they knew very well that in whatever condition I am, it is all of my past karmas. If a devotee is, offensively, or he is living very nicely, he says it's all of Krishna. He says it's all my bad karma, but Krishna is trying to give me some token, nothing else. Right? So that is a brief about Rama. I think we have 10 more minutes. We will try to discuss a bit about Ayodhya. So in Ayodhya, the name Ayodhya, it means cannot be conquered by anyone. No one can win it. That's Ayodhya. That's the birthplace of Lord Sri Ram. And there may be many political stuffs, which definitely is not a point of discussion here. However, it's been described that the 22nd of January this year, they chose. It was, I think, many scholars, very scholars and astrologers, they sat down and chose the date, and that date of January. Right? People, they might take it towards political agenda, but the astrologers and very Vedic learned, they say 22nd January was as auspicious as Lord Rama was when he appeared. So that's why they choose that date. And there had been so much of sacrifice happened there, and many. I mean, one very good thing what I observed is, even if you don't care about the astrology, you may say, okay, it might be a wrong decision or whatever you're saying, but as we see, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, it was not a very auspicious time. But what happened? All the people, they went to bathe in the Ganges and they chanted Hari, 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 Hari. Just by chanting the name of Lord Hari, that time became very auspicious. Even if you deny the astrologers for 22nd of January, the whole world somehow or other were chanting the name of Ram, 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 and eventually that auspicious time became, isn't it? And the deity is being carved. The marble is called Krishna Shila. So I was hearing a lecture a long time back when I was hearing something about the deity how it's been carved in our Mayapur, Lord Nrsimhadev. So that says that the sculpture, he actually go and checks the marble, sealers, and when they knock it, they used to get different kinds of sound. So different days in knock, and the different kind of sounds they used to get, and then by that they do recognize that this sealers actually has still life alive, and that's how our Lord Nrsimhadev in Mayapur has been carved over there. So this Lord Rama carves is Krishna Shila, and in the middle it's Lord Rama, and he is actually they have carved Lord Ram in Bali. He just appeared as a Bala, Ramalalla, as a small boy, and then on the side of the borders is being there different very auspicious marks are there, and then on the two sides the 10 avatars are also being carved there in the Sila. Right, so I was hearing the interview of the one who made it, and his wife was giving. He was saying that my husband was quite absorbed in making the deity, and he all completely absorbed. And at the end, he says, "It's not me. It's actually the divine only helped me out to carve this." And actually, you can see the glory, the face, shining face of Lord Ram over there. And also, after Rana Pratishtha, the glow has came out very more of that, and it's described that for five days in different 5 dravyas, the deities were being completely absorbed, one in flower, in different all dravyas, and then eventually the eye-opening ceremony of Pratishtha happened. And one of the Acharya was explaining that when Pran Pratishtha happens, so the two things happens is what the power of the name, power of the mantras that we can see. So this Kali has gone more, but still the powers of mantra are still there, and when everyone chants with that powerful, the prayer is so powerful that the deity himself come there, and then from there we start worshipping them. That's why we say that at a Prana Pratishtha, it means we invite Lord with so much auspiciousness, not about only mantra, we chant with bhava as well, right? The bhava, our intentions, and the chanting of mantras, and Lord appear there, right? So that's how Lord Ram appeared, and yeah, it's a glorious moment for everyone. People might sometimes question that, okay, you have spent so many of money in making those temples, big temples. What are the use of that? In that money, you could have made hospitals or something X, Y, Z. But why temples? And I heard it, but what is saying that once you make a temple, what happens is that for many years, the people to come there, and then they take blessings of the Lord and think you are more than the blessings of the Lord. It doesn't matter, the physical body anyway is going to go back, right? But blessings where we get by seeing the deities, that is something amazing, right? So that's why I'm not denying about making hospitals, but still the temples are very much required as well. And sometimes people say there are Krishna or Ram or God is pervaded everywhere. Then why shall I go to temple? And our question is, if he pervades everywhere, that's true, then is he not in the temple as well? So why do you deny his position on the temple? You can come as well, right? So taking Krishna's darshan, taking his prasadam is more auspicious, and Shastra explains that this Bhavsagar, where we are, it is very difficult to cross. However, but just by chanting and hearing their glories, by seeing them, the mental world nations can be crossed, right? So, okay, I'll stop here. And anyone have any quick questions, comment, or want to share something? Yes, Prabhu.
Yep. Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice class. Just one of the last points you made there about why open temple when you can open hospitals. So at least within the British government, they have recognised that the presence of religion in society is very helpful for mental and physical health. So opening temples is more of a kind of preventative measure.
That's correct. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. I think Prabhupada mentioned as well in US also, the US government, they prejudice the making of temples where the hippies, where they are not happy, but just by chanting they could by chanting and associating with the devotees, they can give up this intoxication very easily. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
If you're going to speak, that's truthful and official. What was the other one?
So one is beneficial, one is truth, and one is what I said. It's truthful, it should be truth, it should be beneficial. I'm forgetting the last one then.
I've heard it before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard something similar before. Is that going to please your guru and Prabhupada? Am I right? I maybe not the same. Something similar. Three things. Is that true? Is that beneficial? Is that going to please your guru and Prabhupada? Something.
It's chapter 17, verse
Yeah.
15. It's truthful, pleasing, beneficial, not agitated.
Not agitating. Yeah. Not agitating. Yes. Satyam Priyamitam Jai. Satyam Priyamitam Jai.
I have to close Facebook down.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes. Satyam.
I don't know if it covers it, but one of the questions that especially the young generation always ask is, was Lord Ram fair in sending Sita to outside after
Okay.
the Ravan issue, then they sent Mother Sita away to Valmiki Muni's ashram. Was Lord Ram fair in doing that?
Yeah, so that's why he is called as Maryada Purushottam. So what happened in the past time is the Lord Ram, he went by his own self to check out that if all the people are satisfied or not. And then he heard that one of the persons, he said because his wife went to someone else, and he said, no, because you have been to someone else, I will accept you anymore, though may Lord Rama accepted Sita. Right. So that's why Lord Rama, to become, to prove the Maryada, or the people to follow righteousness, and that's why Lord Rama has sent Mother Sita to ashram again. And yes, so Lord Ram definitely has the right. However, the learning is more important than that. The learning is that how they followed Lord Ram, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, yad yad achat shreshto. So as the leaders they do, the public follows it, right? If my leader is inviting all these things, though he was completely wrong, because it was not Mother Sita being kidnapped by Ravana, it was Chaya Sita, and then the Agni Pariksha happened just to make sure that the Sita who was Agni, she came back. That's why Agni Pariksha happened. So just to say that the leaders should follow well to please this kingdom as well, kingdom people as well. That's why he did it, and eventually, it's maybe the passion of the Lord as well, right? So leaders have to be very, very careful actually what he's following, what not is following. So there's not any kind of black robes in the characters. That's why, and Lord Ram was Maryada Purushottam, so that's why he just had to do it, right? So that none of the other kingdom people start following this steps. Yeah.
So one of the other question that when we explain this one, they say that if there's one in the population, in the citizens, when one of them says something like that, we can't change everything for Lord Ram shouldn't have done just for one person, just
Yes, it's kind of not applicable for all of us, but because it was Lord Rama and he knew very well, so that's why he performed it. It happens. May see something here and there as well, but we can't and the way around, you can say that no one in this world can please everyone. And even if you see Lord Krishna, even people still say so many things about Krishna, so many things about Rama, and even, I mean, that's what I can think of as, because Lord Rama was Maryada Purushottam, he had to do it. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone can do it because he was Christ Supreme, so he could do. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Lord Ram kills Bali.
Bali.
Yeah, Bali for Sugriv.
Yeah.
And is it like he kills Bali when Bali is showing his back, or Lord Ram fires?
No. Lord Bali, Bali never showed the back. He was hit on the chest only. So how the fight happened is, so and Bali, these two brothers, they fought. And Ram was about to hit him. And very first time, Ram could not recognize who is whom, because they both were fighting like a thing the same, and they both were looking same, right? That's why he gave a garland to recognize who is Bali and who is Sugriva. So Bali was not wearing the garland, and then Ram could recognize Bali, and then he shoot the arrow. Yeah, it's being said that Lord Ram has actually he was hiding under a tree, and then he shoot arrow. But I mean, I'm not very much sure about technical stuff over there. Yes, Mataji.
You're animal, and I can kill you like animal. I can hide and kill you. This was explanation I heard.
Okay.
Sorry, just to add on that one, Bali had a boon that if anyone comes in front of him,
Yeah.
he takes half of their power,
Energy,
which means
power.
the person will lose half of the power. And there is always an argument, Lord Ram is God, and why is he has to hide? And there is some people say it's not that he's going to lose half of his power, it's just to keep that boon going. It's just to give respect to the boon he received. I don't know much about that boon, but I think he received it from
Yeah, yeah.
possibly from Lord Shiva or someone.
That's-
He just to keep that boon promise, keep someone's promise. It's like breaking his own promise to keep a devotee's promise. That's what it is.
Same Lord, they were killing Hiranyakshipu, so he just kept all the bones of Lord Brahma and then just like yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for adding it.
Hare Krishna, to this pastime, my grandfather used to say one thing, that Bali would get 50% of somebody's power who's in front of him. So if Ramchandra would have went in front of him, he wouldn't even able to take even 0.1% of Lord Ramachandra's power, because he's the supreme personality of Godhead, and he would have blasted away immediately. So it was Lord Ramachandra's karuna, like his mercy, that he hid behind and killed him, because otherwise it would have been gruesome.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Anything else? Okay, we'll stop here. Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. The last verse before we conclude, he says, Binu satsanga vivek na hoi, Ram kripa binu sulabha na soi. So satsanga is very, very important. Right? Association of the devotee is very, very important. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Balesvara Prabhu ki